And so we're clipping my hair and shaving it in preparation for the operation on Monday, so he can sort of mark where he wants to go for the surgery on Monday. So
how many times do you think you've had this done, with hair shaving?
Oh, I don't know. Well, there's been a lot of times I haven't had it done for surgery, like when my incision was open for about 4 months. We were shaving it about twice a week, so I probably had my head shaved probably over 300 times in the last 10 years. And I have a black eye because I got in a fight with an IV pole, the IV pole won.
She really is, I would say, my hero in terms of living through difficult circumstances and staying positive and doing what she needs to do. She just takes care of herself.
Everything that I've been dealt in this life, I try to maintain a good attitude. I try and stay perky and upbeat and happy, and I guess I do that in a number of different ways, and I want to clarify before I explain those ways that I do have my bad days. I do have my days where I literally feel like I can't get out of bed and I cry and I want to quit, because it just is, there are days where all of this feels insurmountable, and no matter how much inner strength I have, that I can't survive it. But then I get out of that because I think at the end of the day self-pity is really unattractive, and I decided for myself a long time ago that I was going to fight, that I was going to wake up every day and I was going to fight whatever that meant. And for me, part of that fight is enjoying life to the fullest every single day, and that means being upbeat, because I have no idea how much time I have on this earth. I'd like to think that I have a long life ahead of me. I'd like to think that there's a lot of things that I'm meant to do before I leave this earth, but I don't know. But I know that every single day that I have is a gift, and every single relationship I have is a gift, and I want to have that to its fullest, whether it's a relationship with a friend, with my husband, with one of my parents, with a doctor, or with a random person I meet in the elevator at the hospital, you know, where you exchange war stories and you say, well, what happened to you? And you just have this moment of connection, and it's there. And my parents are two of the most amazing people on this planet, and somehow they raised me with this constitution that I will keep fighting, and they gave me so much love, and they give me so much love every single day, that that's what I choose. I choose life, and I choose love, and I'm going to keep choosing those things every single morning when I wake up, even on my bad days, and that's how I do it.
One of the things that's been really remarkable about Joanna, in addition to everything we've said, is that she doesn't complain. And so that is fairly astounding, because we know that she has a huge amount of pain and discomfort. And it's frightening, and it's frustrating, and living, and it's hard for all of us. You know, we live in limbo because we don't know when's the next surgery, when's the next procedure, when is she going to pass out again, when is she going to end up in the hospital. And so we all have to have a bit of grace and trust in ourselves and each other and in the world to help get us through. And Joanna is really incredible in that she doesn't do the poor me. I mean, she would have every right to do that, because her life is really, really rough at times. And she would like, you know, of course she would love to have a normal life, be able to travel and have a great time and live like we all would like to live, with the freedom of good health. And so it's just, I'm in awe of her, that she can go through this for years and she does not complain and just works on making the best of it.
I think probably learned a lesson about determination from Joanna. She does not give up. She has very rough times and she has some good times, but she's been through more than I think most people would be able to live with very well, and she still keeps plugging. And she also has enough time and free attention for other people. She puts a lot of effort into her relationships with medical personnel, with her friends and family. So I think given that she's in a truly miserable situation with her pain and discomfort, she's amazingly present for other people.
Joanna has been close with our family since she was 15 and had her first surgery, and stayed at our house for quite a few days, months during the daytime while her mom worked, and we did her post-operative watching. Joanna is an incredibly sweet girl who has a heart of gold. Yesterday when I came, we went for an adventurous walk to look at doctors' cars and down to the newborn nursery, and in the middle of telling me how she had to go in for surgery again and how nervous she was, but she trusted her doctors completely, she said, "When I get out of this place, can we go to Grady and rock babies? Please, can we just go rock babies when I'm strong enough?" And I said, "I'll be right there." And I said, "Of course we can do that." And she said, "Maybe once a week, just for a few hours. Can we go hold babies?"
I've never really seen her necessarily in the context of what she deals with. I've always seen her as her husband. I've always almost refused to let that really define her. To me, she's just a really, really great girl. And we met at George Washington University October 10th, 2004. And it was pretty head over heels instantly. And it wasn't until she was very upfront about everything with her health, starting on our second date. And she pulled out x-rays. And of course, back then I knew absolutely nothing about what I was looking at, as opposed to now, where I've learned quite a bit since then. And she told me about it just to be upfront about it, and I just kind of said, okay, fine, let's go to dinner. We're late for our movie. It was not an event, it was not a defining thing, and that has not changed. I just always looked at it as it's not who she is. It's just a disease, a problem that she's dealt with, she deals with, she will deal with, and that we deal with, and we will deal with. But I never allowed it to really invade the everyday workings and contexts of our marriage. Outside of all the amazing stuff that she's been through and goes through and deals with, she's even outside of that, she's a pretty remarkable person. I like a lot of stand-up comedy, especially when we're going through what we're going through, because I feel like it's really important to laugh. And so I like to listen to a lot of stand-up comedy because it makes me laugh. That's the point. It's a pretty common thing in stand-up comedy to talk about cliche things about marriage, and cliche jokes about marriage and women and men. And I always hear those jokes in sitcoms, you name it, and I always laugh at them, yeah, because it's funny, but also because it's a very foreign thing in our marriage. I don't really, all that stuff, I can't relate to it. Joanna is a lot of fun all the time, almost all the time, even when things are bad. She has a really good sense of humor. Our relationship, our marriage in general has always been a lot of fun. I'm crazy about her. I have been since we met. It's never going to change. If I could do it all over again, wouldn't change a thing. And I'm the luckiest guy on the face of the planet. When this is all over, and I really do believe that someday it will be all over, and we'll be able to get back to a normal life, and a great one at that. Yeah, I want her home. I want her to be able to do whatever she wants with her life and in the world. I miss her cooking. And if I had to pick one thing, if I could do anything with her right now, it would be to scoop her out of that hospital bed and take her on a ridiculously expensive, all the frills vacation at Disney World, because that's a special place to us. We got engaged there, we had our honeymoon there, and it has a lot of happy memories. So that's what I really can't wait to be able to do again.
I really haven't known Joanna very long.